there we go. Um, this is the next essay. It's the second essay in the letter that I wrote called On Loving. And I can read better without these glasses. I changed places from I the first essay I just read right over there, a few feet away. But it was starting to sprinkle, and I thought, well, I'll just have the same scenery. It's nice. It's just like this all around. And on the other side, I'll show you. See, I was right over there just a minute ago, next to those trees. And that's what that scenery looks like. Okay, I'll put it back. There it is. Okay, now I better get on with this essay. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, this essay is called We Almost Missed It. That's what it's called. I gotta get it so I can change pages easy. And there's more mosquitoes, but it'll be okay. Lord, help me get this done. I need to get it done and out to people. Because it might be important for people to consider. Because I hadn't thought of it this way until I thought of it this way. This was a few years ago. Quite a few years ago. But it's still valid, still useful. So, okay, I'll do it. Here's the other essay. We almost missed it. He was about 10 years old. He was lying on his side on a piece of cardboard in one of the subway tunnels in Romania. We lived in Romania for 5 years back in the 90s, and for 4 years again from 2010 to 2014 with our second bunch of kids. The first bunch we went over when we had 5 to help the orphanage situation, help the orphans. And so that's where this thing takes place, and there goes a mosquito. He was about 10 years old. He was lying on his side on a piece of cardboard in one of the subway tunnels in Romania. Lots of people were hurrying by that way, headed for home late at night. He was in bed for the night, but still watching as the crowds flowed past. He had his hand out, palm up, a subtle hint in case anyone would like to give him money. You see, the orphanage kids would somehow get out of the orphanages, especially the boys would find a way to sneak out, and then they'd live on the streets all summer. And then the police would go around and gather them back in because winter was coming and it's too cold to be outside. And if they could find a home, but most people, they're tough to live with. I'm killing some mosquitoes on my hand. The orphanage kids grew up tough, and they're not easy to live with. So people don't just, oh, here, stay with us. Because if you try it, they may steal from you. You just don't know what'll happen. We did have 2 come and stay with us. They were, I think it was 16 and 17 at the time, and 17 turned 18. Whoops, I'm talking too much, but we lived in Romania, and this happened in the subway tunnels. We were going home for the night, traveling through the subway. So he's a street boy, and he was in bed for the night. This is 1995, about 94, 95. He was in bed for the night, so to speak, on the side of the walkway, the tunnel, the hallway underground leading to and from the subway trains. He was in bed for the night, but still watching as the crowds flowed past. He had his hand out, palm up, a subtle hint in case anyone would like to give him money. My kids were on ahead of me, as they had more energy than I. Even I got 4 steps past him before it dawned on me that I could do something, as I remembered those 2 shiny new 100 lei coins that I had stashed in my pocket for just this kind of thing. Though my kids were ahead of me, they always kept good track of me, And besides, they were bogged down by the sacks they carried, so they couldn't just speed off. I had time. See, we didn't have a car, so anytime we went places, and then you buy something, a load of carrots, a load of potatoes, something, you have to bring them back home by hand on the subway if you was far enough away. Though my kids were ahead of me, yes, I got that already. I had time. I dug in my pocket for the coins, got 'em, and headed back to the boy. I wished I could take him home with us, but God hadn't given that kind of go-ahead. But this I could do. Mind you, for all your mind is racing, praying, thinking, you still have no idea just what you'll say or what will happen, 'cause it's a person you're dealing with, and a complex person at that, and not a vending machine. As I got to where he lay, I squatted down, put the coins in his hand. 50 lei was a goodly amount back then. 50 lei could buy maybe 5 loaves of bread back then. It's changed now. They've changed the monetary values. But this was 200 lei at the time. Ah, 50 lei was a goodly amount back then, though I couldn't help wishing it were 400 lei coins instead of only 2. Then, brushing his cheek, as though he were my own son, I said in Romanian, I have 5 children. Am 5 copii, is how you say it in Romanian. We looked at one another, guessing at each other's thoughts, sharing something called love. Isus, I said, to explain my love, and give him something to aim for, a password to listen for, and someone to love. I didn't write it here. It is all those things. Jesus is all those things. You don't know which ones he'll be able to understand. But that's what I could do. I couldn't speak Romanian very good back then. So I just said, Jesus, Isus. By this time, my kids had returned. They stood there. I looked at them and smiled. They understood. I looked back to him. Noapte bună. That's good night. And we headed for home again, with more than we had 5 minutes ago. A lot more, both given and received. And to think, we almost missed it. Here's things we've learned. At the bottom of the page, it's about 3-4 inches. 1, you can't always give a lot, but you can't let that stop you. 2, and you can't take every opportunity, but you mustn't let every opportunity pass. And 3, it's not just the needy who need your love, but God can show you, as you walk through life, just when and where and who and how and why. Then at the bottom I wrote this verse, part of a verse. Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, that's what Jesus said. That's all I put. Jesus said, therefore, when thou doest thine alms, alms is giving to the poor, helping them out. That's Matthew chapter 6, verse 2, the first part of it. But I only put that because he didn't say, if you do alms. Here, I'll back this up, make me less prominent. He didn't say, if you do alms. He said, when thou doest thine alms, and it's yours, come to think of it, your alms, because someone else is doing their alms. They can't do your alms. So that's the second one. I think I'll stop it here, and then I'll go on with the rest of the letter that I wrote to them. And it's getting cooler out, but I have got a sweat jacket on, and I'll stop this and Wonder how long it is. It does say 10 minutes. Okay, bye bye.